Right, I think we're live. Yep. I hear myself. Something's changed. Hang on. Let me sort this out. Hey Ricky Cotton, how you doing? And Statman Renry. I can hear myself in my speakers. I'm not quite sure why. Can I hear myself now? Hey, lucky number 6, how are you doing? Okay, I had an issue with me hearing myself back, but I've sorted that out now. It's been a while since I streamed, and I suddenly seem to have forgotten everything, which is crazy. Hey Space Nerd, how are you doing today? A-dubs, Valguero today? No, not today. Soon. Valguero isn't released yet on Ark Ascended. It's not released until... It's meant to come out on the 7th, which is Tuesday. And assuming it comes out around the time it's meant to. For the UK, it's probably going to be on Wednesday the 8th. Right, let me just check something on my TikTok side. Okay. I'm not getting any chat from TikTok. I'm not sure if that's just because nobody's talking or whether my chat screen isn't working for TikTok. So we'll have to see. But yeah, hope everyone is doing well. Hey Blue22, how are you doing today? As I say, it's been a while since I streamed. It was over a week ago because I've been unwell, but I am finally back. Just in time for Valguero this week. Hopefully we'll be doing that this week. Probably on Wednesday. In the meantime, I'm just gonna chill, I think, on Ark for a bit, and then I think my plan with Valguero is I'm going to transfer across on my server. Just with my survivor, so like it would be on official servers, so you just transfer with your survivor and nothing else. Obviously I'll have all my levels and stuff to help me survive, but apart from that, it will just be my survivor. That's what I'm planning on doing. Hey Michael, how you doing today? Tuesday sounds like an odd day. They always seem to pick a Tuesday. And I tell you what, they always seem to pick a Tuesday. But it always ends up on a Friday. Due to like certification delays and stuff. But it always ends up on a Friday just before weekend. So I'm hoping that's not going to be the case this time. Space Nerd, I'm doing well, thank you. Feeling much better now. Much better. What's going on with my TikTok? Hang on a sec. Got way too many windows and screens and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been on Ark for a while actually. I've jumped on and off for a little bit while I've been unwell, but I haven't done too much. I'll tell you what I have done. I've changed my hats. You know, I usually have the sort of the round hat with the the round straw hat. I've now got a hat which is just the same as the hat I'm wearing here. The only downside is you can't paint it. You can't color it at all, so it's just brown. I wanted to paint it blue, but you can't seem to paint these ones, which are, what is it? The crazy cosmetics ones. You can't paint these, unfortunately. You're expecting the map to come on that day, on the 7th. Yeah, I mean, they didn't mention anything in the community crunch. And I don't know if that's a bit... I've still got an egg in here. I don't know if that's a bit strange or not. I mean, I don't think it's uncommon for Ark not to mention something when you'd expect them to mention it. But yeah, there was no mention of it. I'm not expecting it in the UK until the 8th at the earliest. So I'm not expecting to jump on Tuesday night in the UK and be playing it, to be honest. You think there'll be a surprise? What, they'll just drop it on the Tuesday? We'll see. I mean, there's bound to be certification hold-ups. There's no reason why there wouldn't be certification hold-ups, because that's how wildcard rolls. I got the mutation, so at the moment I've got 98 points on melee, so I've got the 100 here. I'm still not getting any interesting colours, but we'll go with this mutation at slot 8. Hopefully I don't accidentally click on it and destroy it. But I must have gone through about, I don't know, 500 eggs and not got a mutation. So it's taken quite a while to get this 100.1. I got tons of eggs there. Tons of eggs. Just checking. It's the 5th today. Yeah, I knew there was a reason my TikTok, nobody was chatting on my TikTok. I got a visibility restriction, but it didn't pop up to tell me. So I've appealed that, so they should start coming in. You're going to hang out with your cousin on the 7th, so you don't have to wait almost all the day. I'm wondering how big this download's going to be. I wouldn't have thought it'd be much bigger than Ragnarok, to be honest. Hey, Weasel Man. Hello, welcome back. Yes, it's been a while. It has been a while, and I kind of forgot what I was doing on my streaming setup. So yeah, it's been a kind of a learning curve just to get back into it. To be honest, I did feel well enough at the end of last week on Friday to stream. And then just before I started streaming, I felt I couldn't be bothered, so I ended up not streaming. But I didn't want to fall into that habit. I've got no meat left. I didn't want to fall into that habit, so I thought I'd force myself to stream today in preparation for Wednesday. Here we go. Got my new mutation. Oh, I don't have the thingy open. Never mind. Let's see. Is it female? 393, 100 damage. We've hit the 100 points. Still working for a bit, but figured put you on in the background. Okay, no worries. You work on a Sunday. Assuming it is Sunday for you. Hey, Alejandro, how are you doing? What map is this? This is the island. We're just chilling on the island at the moment until Valguero comes out on Wednesday. I'm not sure what I'm doing on Valguero. I'm going to transfer across to Valguero just with my survivor. So I'm not taking any tames or weapons or armor or anything across. So I'm just going to take my survivor like you would on official servers. And see how it goes. Obviously, I want to check out the Megaraptor. Well, the Megaraptors and the Elder Claw. I want to check those out. But yeah, I'm just going to see how I do. Check out the map. I don't really remember the map from ASE in terms of where things are and stuff. Okay, no worries, Michael. Thanks for stopping by. You thought it was releasing on the 7th. Will it be the 8th for us in the UK? It's meant to be releasing on the 7th, but it's always late in the US on the day that they're intending to do it. So it's likely to be early hours of the morning. If on time, it's likely to be early hours of the morning on Wednesday for the UK. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's something like 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. on Wednesday. So even if it released like really late on Tuesday in the UK, I wouldn't be able to play it until after work on Wednesday. Right, so I got the mutation. I'm not getting health mutations anymore for the... There is, because it's high enough now for bosses. I'm looking for colours. What I want is actual black. And I just don't... I never get it. I got actual black once, and I think I threw it away a long time ago. Maybe with the Halloween event, I'll get actual black more. I suspect that will be one of the colours that comes with the event. What I want with the Theris is like... I want actual black everywhere except for the stripe down the back. And I want... On my boss team, I want all 19 of them to have a different colour down the back. But for them all to have actual black everywhere else. That's what I want. I mean, I could try and paint them, but I can't be bothered with that. So that's what I'm hoping to get, and I'm hoping to speed that up with the Fear Evolved event, because we should get actual black. I've got tons of colours for the stripe down the back saved up. Just the actual black that I want. The thing I don't understand about Wildcard's releases, besides them never being on time, is why they always aim to release at the end of their working day or after their working day in the US. I know Wildcard don't strictly work like a 9 to 5, obviously. But why is it always at the end of the day for the US? I don't know if that's because it's to cater more for US people, as US people will have finished work. But it does always put it to the early hours of the morning for the UK. Mind you, if it was earlier in the UK, earlier in the evening, you still have to download it as well anyway. And my internet is not the best internet, to be honest. But I'm looking forward to the creature votes for Genesis Part 1. Starting next week. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. I don't have a creature to submit myself, only because I'm not really... I'm not really creative when it comes to stuff like that. So, you know, I might be able to pick a creature that I'd want, but I don't really have the creative sense to come up with ideas for it, what it could do and stuff like that. So I'm mainly just on the sort of voting side, but I'm looking forward to seeing what people come up with in terms of suggestions. Particularly anything that's different from previous top 10 votes for previous maps. Hey Sky Jazzy, how you doing? Welcome back to my streams. it ended up taking a bit of a break. I mean, if there's going to be a delay for Valguero, at this stage, I suspect it's more likely, because they haven't said anything in the crunch, I suspect it would be more likely down to a certification issue than Wildcard pushing it back due to development problems. So if there is going to be a delay or pushback, I wouldn't be expecting that to happen until the day, Tuesday. To be honest. That's what I'm expecting. So I'm not expecting to hear anything until Tuesday afternoon in the UK, when we start getting closer to the point of it releasing. Hang on a sec. My TikTok chat has finally started after I discovered I had a restriction. So bear with me so I can see my chat. Yeah, hello for the follows over on TikTok. What's the point of Ark? So the point of Ark, was I destroying these? I think I was. Let me just double check. The point of Ark is to repeatedly die when you spawn on the beach, and to pretty much tame creatures and fight the bosses. Obviously PvP has a PvP element, but the point of Ark is mainly to tame creatures and fight the bosses, level up, and pay attention to the story lore if that's your sort of thing. It's not really mine, to be honest. I don't really listen to the story in any games, to be honest. I just speed through it. I don't really have the patience for listening to stories and stuff. You was really sad when Valguero got delayed. Yeah. I mean, it is sad when maps get delayed, but they're also expected, to be honest. Which is really, really sad to see, to be honest, because it's been 10 years of the same thing. Point of Ark, dinos are cool. Yep, that's another way of putting it. But the point of Ark is pretty much just like most survival games. It just has a big dinosaur element. Or you say dinosaur element, a lot of the creatures that get added these days aren't dinosaurs, especially official ones. So it's more dinosaurs and creatures. Hey Ultra Games, how are you doing? Sadly my creature doesn't fit the map very well. What creature is it, Lucas? Don't tell me it's a flyer. I am curious to see if anyone submits a flyer for Genesis Part 1. Because there are flyers on the map, if I remember correctly. They do spawn, particularly in the water biome, maybe, I'm not sure. But you can't, and you can tame them, I think. But you can't ride them. Which makes them kind of pointless adding a new flyer to the map. But then you could potentially get a high level and take it elsewhere. It would be cool if a new creature would be Hadrosaurus, like Edmontosaurus. Yeah, I'm very very interested to see what people come up with. I suspect there will be the same old ones that have been seen before. I'm sure they'll come up, but I'd like the final 10 to be ones that we haven't seen before. In the final 10 before, because it does get a bit boring seeing the same ones keep on coming up. You think they should have a 2-week time frame from the date they want to put out in case of a delay. As it gets closer to release, the date becomes more concrete. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely need to change how they do things. In regards to release times and stuff. How do I think the underground ocean will be remade? To be honest, assuming you're talking about Valguero, I don't really remember the map itself. I didn't really play on Valguero much when it was on ASE. I did the boss fight, so that's another thing I'm looking forward to seeing is what the boss is going to be, because it's not going to be the dragon, the manticore, or the Megapithecus anymore. It's going to be something different. I'm gonna be playing on Valguero when it comes out. Probably Wednesday night I'll be jumping on. So I've got 2 servers running. Island is my main server, and then the other server, which has Ragnarok on at the moment, I usually switch to the new map that comes out. So I'll be switching that over to Valguero, and then jumping on that when it comes out. So I'm looking forward to it, but it honestly is going to feel like a new map to me because I just didn't really play much with it on Evolved.
I was having such a nice user-free dream.
It's a walrus. Oh, the one the creature you're looking to submit. I mean, the walrus would be suited to the water biome, but then there's not too much there's not too much land in the water biome, is there? There is some land. You see, the thing about the Gen 1 map is that it's split into 5 biomes. So the creatures that are going to be submitted are likely to be kind of biome specific in many ways. So you wouldn't get one that's across the entire map. It would just be biome specific. I'm not sure what would be added to like the Luma biome.
Everything in its place. See how long that
I haven't replaced all my scuba gear that I lost. But I did replace my chibi. But it's back to level 1 again. So I have to start from scratch for that. It's the hyena deer. Where is it? Here it is. The hyena deer. Oh.
unfortunate that this wildlife preserve was stocked with such grotesque
There we go. So, my hyena deer. You accidentally deleted your rag playthrough as you were preparing for the boss fight. How did you do that? How did you accidentally delete it? You had 40 melee and 49 HP stat Rex. Damn, do you not have a backup of it? RG in snow and gas bag the closest to flying in Gen 1. Yes. Do they not have any in the water biome? Like Pelagornis or anything? I'm not sure. The water biome is probably the biome I remember the most on Gen 1, to be honest. Because I used to do a lot of stuff in the water. I think it was the missions that I used to do in the water. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to on Gen 1 is doing the missions again. I think they could be quite good for some streams as well, just doing the missions. So I'm quite looking forward to doing that again. The missions were horrid on console. Yeah, I heard a lot about that on console. Is it the lag that that causes the problems with the missions, particularly the racing ones? Hey Mohamed, how you doing? Are you playing official, single player, unofficial? This is unofficial. I have been mulling over whether to try out official PvE, not to play properly, but just to experience it and see what it's actually like with all the pillaring and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be something that I would go like play on a lot, just to check it out. So I have been giving that some thought. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. We'll see. It might be worth trying that out when Valguero comes out, so maps won't be pillared as much. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. You feel the Mega Raptor creature getting added is great for Valguero because there's so much forest. Yeah, I am looking forward to checking the Mega Raptor out. I'm interested to see what the taming method is, because obviously you have to you've got to find its pile of bones or something like that. I can't remember what they called it. A pile of carcasses or something like that. I got some meat in here. Let's just stick that in the other one. And then you've got to use your flame. You got to use your torch to keep it at bay. But I'm sure there's more to it than that. New boss will be Giant Nakatus. I've got a feeling. I'm pretty sure the boss is going to be a creature that's already like maybe an oversized creature of something that's already in the game. I don't think it's going to be something like brand new, like a brand new beast or anything. Hey Leonard, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Mr. Ricky, thank you for the follow over on TikTok. Hope you're doing all right. It's Sunday Afternoon. Right, I'm gonna take off. What is it? The fog for the underwater. There we go. They need a TLC on fog. Oh yeah, I was going after alphas. Yeah, going after alphas. Let's have a look. I'm doing it the easy route. Oh man, they're all in the cave. That's a bit shit. Oh, that's in a cave, isn't it? Because that's over land. Well, that's a bit poo. There's a Moser there. Yeah, I'm not going back into that cave because that's where I've lost everything on 3 occasions now. Which creature from Ark Editions would be good for Valguero or Genesis Part 1 or Lost Colony? Damn it. Oh no. Go away. I think maybe for Lost Colony would be look. I hate these because they're so difficult to hit. I think for Lost Colony, Cryolophosaurus would be quite good because I think Cryolophosaurus is more of a snowy biome one, if I'm correct. So I think that one would be quite good for Lost Colony. Valguero, I think, would probably be the acro. I think. Oh no, not going over there. Your tribe mate did the Ragnarok boss with the gorilla and a shotgun yesterday on official. Nice. Was that Alpha? The Alpha boss? So you probably can't see this on TikTok, but I've got a skills tree mission up at the moment. It's on the left side of the screen, so you can't. I think it will be cut off on TikTok. I need to get 100,000 mounted creature XP using, well, several creatures, but I'm using the Bazzy. I'm at 50,000, so I'm halfway. Halfway at the moment. You personally didn't like the dolphin mission on Gen 2 because it sucked. I like those racing missions. So you got the dolphin, you got the what's the gliding one? I think it's on Gen 2. Not the Mayguana, the Maywing. The Maywing one, which is Gen 2, because obviously the creature's not out till Gen 2. I like all of those, but I think on officials you get lag issues that make the alpha extremely difficult, my understanding. You know, the one I always struggle to do alpha on for racing is the one with the extinction creature, the robot creature. That one, I always struggled to do alpha on that race, and it's mainly because you get to a point where you go upside down, and it's like it's circular. And when I get upwards, I get all turned around and start going in the wrong direction. It's something to do with the controls, and I never really sort of figured out how to properly do it. That was the only sort of race that I really struggled with alpha, to be honest. Hey Raycor, you're trying to follow me on Twitch as well, but can't find link or stream. If you... hang on a sec. I don't think... I don't have my Twitch thingies up. That should be my link, I think. I don't think I've got any commands set up at the moment, or I might have a Twitch command set up for YouTube chat. I'm not sure. Oh, this one's stuck. Where are they coming from? It's the bad thing about Ark Ultimate Mobile Survivor Edition, the microtransactions, or that it's in phone. I mean, the mobile game will always have microtransactions, because the mobile game itself is free. Usually when mobile games are free, they have microtransactions. This one's... stuck in the cliff. Hey Senator, how you doing? Are you doing well today? What graphics card and CPU are you using? Well, I'm using a 4070 GPU. The CPU I always forget. I think it's like the i12-600, I think. If you go over to my Twitch, I think I might have added my setup to my Twitch page. But I think it's the i12-600. Valguero releasing today? No. Tuesday. Well, Tuesday in the US is the current date. So it's still got a little bit of a wait. I played Ark Ultimate Mobile. No, I played Ark Mobile, the original version, when it first came out. And I played that for a while on my older phone. whenever that came out, like years ago. And I just dabbled about with it. I can't play games like Ark on mobile, to be honest. It just doesn't really work for me. And then I think I tried the new Ultimate Mobile Edition when it first came out, just to see what it was like. But again, it's not really a game that I'd play on mobile. And to be honest, I don't know how people can do it, to be honest. I know a lot of people play it on like iPads and stuff, so they're not actually playing it on their mobile phones. But I'm sure some people actually play it on their mobile phone. It's just like, how do people do this? Oh, I didn't even see him. So this isn't my strongest. Well, it's the strongest Basilo that I've got now, but I haven't replaced the two that I lost. Yeah, I haven't replaced the two that I lost, so I need to start breeding them again. Hey Grim Reaper, how's it going? It's going well. You're just kind of chilling out until well, not chilling out until Valguero releases, because it doesn't release until Tuesday. But I'm not really doing much at the moment until that releases. So I didn't really want to. I don't really want to get into anything big, because my plan is to jump over to that map and probably stay there for quite a while. Did somebody raid me over on YouTube? Because I heard a sound notification. But I keep forgetting what the sound notifications mean. But I didn't get anything in the chat saying that somebody raided me. What is this one? Oh, it's only a 25. I haven't checked on my scuba gear. No, it's doing all right. Bunky's gone. The only downside with this Basilo is it gets very tiresome just clicking and clicking and clicking. Now, if it was an alpha on land, my Therizino would have got through a level 25 alpha in seconds. Aberration on Evolved had such good music when you would attack or be attacked. It's the same on Ascended as well, isn't it? I wouldn't have thought that would have changed. I was pretty disappointed with Aberration on Ascended, map-wise, to be honest. I was really looking forward to it. You tamed 9 bee queens today. Crazy. I don't... they're one creature that I don't often see, to be honest. And they're usually the one or one of the few creatures that when I'm looking specifically for that one, I never find them. Hey Planet Earth, how's it going today? I'm not sure how much XP this is going to give me. We're on 55,248 for the mission. And he's taken quite a bit of health out of my Basilo. He's only at 25 as well. ASA has the same music than ASC except RAG that has a new single OST. It has a new one, does it? For Ascended. Christ, how much more health does this fella have? My Bazzy's down to half health. Hey, there we go. This is about 9,000 XP. I probably didn't get the Moser thingy, did I? Oh, I did. Oh, 200 black pearls. Let's get rid of all this. Stick that back in there. Yeah, he lost half health. Hey Hexa Wolf, how you doing? That was close. Yeah, yeah, it wasn't too close. I mean, half health. I knew I wasn't in any danger because there were no other creatures nearby. I've been in a lot stickier situations in the caves, which I don't like to go into anymore because it's very painful memories. What? Can you go through there? Oh no, it just goes around. How you doing, Raptor? Looking forward to Valguero on Tuesday/Wednesday/Thursday/Friday. Why am I killing underwater dinos? I was going after the alpha for the XP, for the skills tree mission. And to be honest, that was it. All the other alpha megalodons are in that cave where I keep dying. Maybe there's an alpha leads. Oh, go away. Maybe there's an alpha leads. Oh, there's an alpha too, so. No alpha leads. Well, all the way up there. What's my tank like? My tank's half durability. I need to find a new tank. So I'm not going to be able to get all the way up there, fight the Alpha Tuso and all the way back before my tank breaks. I haven't replaced them since I lost them in the cave. I completely forgot. When they decide to release it. Yes, yeah. I'm sure there'll be some pushback. Maybe not like delays, but pushbacks on the day into the next day, maybe. You're doing final adjustments on your cluster for Valguero release. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping over. I always do with a new map. Alpha water dinos have a stupid amount of HP. The annoying thing is, it's so difficult to know when you're actually, when they're actually near death. You can see the red marks on them and stuff, but it's quite deceiving. And some of the alphas are actually red coloured as well, which makes it even more difficult to determine how much health they got left. You will try to tame Megaraptor on launch day in the server. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do on my first day. Because I'm planning on going to Valguero on my private server, but I'm going to go across just as my survivor. So I'm not taking weapons, armor, dinos or anything. I'm just going to go on my with my naked survivor. So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how I do with surviving. I might be able to find a Megaraptor, but I wouldn't necessarily have what's required to tame it. I mean, making a torch would be easy enough, but we don't know what else you need for taming. I'm assuming you're going to need to feed it during the taming process. So obviously, I wouldn't have kibble and stuff unless I bring it over.
Not the mama. Not the mama. Not the mama.
Hey, Troy Mushroom, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Hope you're doing well. Get an Archelon. Yeah, I don't have an Archelon at the moment. Roots Jack, thanks for the follow over on TikTok. My favourite water tame was always the Basilo. But I'm also quite favourable now of the Helicopterian for its speed and its stun and torpor attack. But I can't use the Helicopterian for this particular skills mission because it's not one of the creatures that you need to use, that you're allowed to use. But I do need to breed some high-level Helicoprians. But I might need to move servers to do that, because on the island, I'm struggling to find high-level ones that are outside of caves. Thanks, Ultra Games. Thanks for stopping by. This is not 1 times. This has boosted rates. I think taming. I think I set taming to 5 times. There's a turtle lying down there. Yeah, I think I got taming to 5 times on this. How do you tame the new heli? So the heli's a passive tame. So basically, what you want to do, where am I going? Am I going in the right direction? Yeah. So what you need to do to tame the heli is you need to get some items from drops. So like the supply drops that come down from the sky, or deep sea loot crates and stuff like that. You need to get items from the drops. I don't think the rarity matters, but they need to be items from the drops. So you can't craft items, they need to be drop items. And you need to go up to the Helicoprian and throw out 1 item near it, so that it will eat it, and then when it eats it, you ride it and you follow the on-screen instructions, and then it will prompt you to feed it ratfish treats or something, which you need to make in the cooker. So fairly straightforward, but you need to make sure that you kill off all like the megalodons and stuff in the area, so that they don't aggro onto the Helicoprian when you're swimming around on it. But yeah, fairly straightforward tame, similar to things like the Andrewsarchus and stuff like that. This is a PvE private server. The amount of rat treats it needs to be tamed equals the amount of items you need. Yes. So when you've done 1 cycle where you've dropped out an item, you've ridden the Helicoprian and then fed it a rat treat, you then get dismounted after that, and then you need to drop another item and repeat the process. So you need multiple items, and they need to be undamaged items as well. So if you've used the item and it's damaged, you need to repair it first. I had black pearls in here, didn't I? 200. Oh, that's painfully slow. Not 200, it's 100. I always get confused. Oh, Christ, what's going on? 100, but 200 weight. Something you find easy, use the cloth armor or stone tools from the megalodon kills as the bait. Oh, so you can use stuff from that creatures drop. I hadn't thought of that, to be honest. Makes sense, though. I've actually got a cupboard here. This cupboard is just full of drop stuff. So I just tend to pick any sort of like blue or green ones or primitive ones from here.
In case I'm called upon to perform
I was kind of hoping there'd be some more.
myself with the user's inner workings. Get in there, rummage around, see what makes them tick.
You see, all the megalodons are in that cave. See, they cut down the spawn, but there's still 5 in that cave, all spread out. And there's my last death, and the one before it. I can't remember why I died there. Yeah, not sure what happened there. And then this was... I think when I was trying to tame the first helicopterian. Can people come play? No, this is just my own private server. I don't run a community server because I don't have time to like admin it, to be honest. I wouldn't have the availability to make sure that it's got a full-time admin. Love the base. Yeah, I haven't done any work on it for a while, but there's still a lot that needs to be done on it. But yeah, I've been adding lots of little things like lights here. I've painted the ground and stuff. So I've been doing quite a bit. But I kind of wish you could get rid of all this stuff. So that it's not, so you can make it all flat and things like that. I'd love to be able to do that, and I would love Ark to have like terraforming, so I could flatten some of this out a bit more. Yeah, I'd like Ark to have stuff like that. Don't you trust us to play on your single player map? I trust no one when it comes to Ark. It's my rule. That got quite a bit of XP on my chibi. One day I will get my chibi to max level and not lose it. There's a Moser popped up down there. So, I mean, that's quite far away, but I could fly. I could fly over there. Level 15. Level 15. I'm not sure what one's going to give them more XP, whether it's the Tuso or the Moser. Possibly the Moser. I think I'll go to the Moser, and then I'll fly to my little outpost here, and then go across there. I'm not going to swim all the way up there. That would take forever.
Not the mama.
W-
Not the mama. Not the mama.
J-Dog Turtle, thanks for the follow over on Twitch. What am I best looking forward to about the next map? To be honest, I can't say the map itself because I don't really remember the map from Ark Evolved, as in what the map looks like. I'm looking forward to seeing the Megaraptor. Definitely looking forward to the Megaraptor. We still don't really know much about it. To be honest, all we've really seen is the dossier description. So I am looking forward to that. And of course the Elder Claw as well. But to be honest, I haven't really used many of the Fantastic Tames. I still need to get myself a Drakeling. I am looking to get a Spring Drakeling soon-ish over on Ragnarok. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the boss. As it's got a new boss fight. I'm looking forward to seeing what they've decided to do with that. Strange, my Twitch chat doesn't show new followers. I thought the Twitch chat used to come up saying such and such followed you. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm a bit confused. You're convinced Valguero is going to get delayed because it wasn't in the crunch. It is strange that they didn't mention anything about it in the community crunch, considering it's the last one before release. But to be honest, nothing Ark. Well, I say nothing. Most of what Wildcard do is not really predictable. So for all we know, they may just not have put it in there because they just didn't bother to put it in there. I wouldn't necessarily say it's an indication there's going to be a delay, but I am still expecting, if not a delay, then pushbacks because of console certification and stuff. But it is strange why they didn't mention it. Instead, they stuck a cinematic screenshot of Bob smoking. It's some random thing. I was thinking that they may do more Lost Colony teasers once Valguero was out. So that's not a surprise to me. But I would have thought it would have been after Valguero released. So it just seems a bit odd why they decided to do that in that particular crunch. Here we go again. Another clicky mouse time. Is it coming? No, it's not. It's just chilling by itself in the ocean. Down here. There's the there's the Oh, it's outside the map. Will it aggro? It surely it's got to aggro. Look, I'm right here. What weapons work underwater? My crossbow? Does that? Oh, he's coming now. Oh no, he can't come through. Oh, this would be easy enough. Yeah, I was going to crossbow it, but I don't think it aggroed. I'm not sure if it aggroed, but it can't come through, just like I can't go through, but it can't attack, which is a bit strange. No, come back. God, hello. Sorry, I was just about to respond to your post on YouTube. And then I got distracted by the Moser. You went to creative mode in ASE, and now every item is on your screen. Crafts. But yellow, how do you remove it? I'm not quite... What, do you mean... when you switch creative mode off, if you disable creative mode, the same way you enable it, I think for the engrams and stuff to go back to normal, I think you have to relog, if I remember correctly. This is the most Ark thing ever. Yeah, it's so annoying that it was on the outside. Thankfully, it was close enough. And it makes it easy for me because it's not able to attack. Assuming it doesn't swim too far away. Oh, it's swimming away. Here we go. Come back. I just need your XP. Since the game's updated release, they have struggled to meet deadlines to the point it is now expected by the community to be okay with delays. Like Temu, wait until a big order and then deliver. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is expected. It shouldn't be, but it's what the delays and stuff. Oh, now he can fight. The delays and stuff, literally nobody has any control over whatsoever. So it's like there is nothing to do but accept it, to be honest. Hey Killer Vanilla, how you doing today? It's been a little while since I streamed. I am back, ready for Valguero on Wednesday. Well, Wednesday for the UK. Thanks for the follow. God, hello. You fixed it. Was that by relogging? Or did you find some other way to fix it? You don't really know. Well, at least it's fixed. Most of the issues that happen in Ark and they get fixed and stuff, nobody knows what actually happened. It's one of Ark's mysteries. You wish they can get accountable for delays. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any accountability. I just don't understand why it's never changed over 10 years. Why it's never changed. I'd love to know what their process is with console certification. Like, I'd love to know when do they submit for certification? So I can tell how early they submit it before the date that they want it to come out, because it's pretty clear that it's not that far in advance. That's what I would like to know. I mean, not all the delays are certification related. The only delays that are certification related are the when it gets pushed back just around the release time. The rest of the delays are due to, I think, wildcard and the development, but yeah, certification submission, I'd love to know what they actually do in relation to that, when they do it and stuff. That's a long way. I was going to fly over there, wasn't I? Can I get there with this? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna fly up north. Do you know if you can bowler the kangaroos on SE Scorched Earth? Or Survival Evolved, doesn't really matter. Kangaroos. I don't think you can bowler them with a bowler. I think you'd probably need the bigger bowler, whatever they're called, the metal ones. But I don't think you can. I don't think a normal bowler works with a kangaroo. You can use signs though, right? Yeah, I think you can use signs. I think so, yeah. You should be able to track them with signs. You need to make sure they can't jump out. But I think generally signs can still work. Chain bowler, yes, that's what I was thinking of. The chain bowler, the metal ones. So we're now at 72,000, so we only need a few more alphas, and we've done the 100,000 mounted creature XP. From the customer point of view, they sent the last version 1 day or 2 days before release, then they blame Sony or Microsoft for delays. I don't think Wildcard ever blame Sony or Microsoft. I think the issue is when they submit certification, if it fails or if it just takes longer for whatever reason, Wildcard will say that certification is taking longer, and so they've got to push it back. And that is true. That may be true. It may be taking longer. Now, it may be taking longer because Wildcard didn't submit it early enough, or it's got problems and they've got to rework it and resubmit it. But the fact that it's taking longer in certification is true, but people automatically take that as Wildcard blaming Sony and Microsoft, when they're not actually blaming the companies. They're just saying that it's taking longer, which is probably what is actually happening. It is actually taking longer, but people take that as being a blame on the companies. That's the way I see it. I don't think they've ever blamed Sony or Microsoft for certification. People just take that as them blaming. That's the way I see it. It's mainly Ark players blaming anything that was involved. Pretty much. I mean, it feels to me like Ark players, when there's a delay with, what was that? When there's a delay due to certification, certain players want Wildcard to say, sorry, we submitted it late, or it failed certification and we've got to resubmit it, rather than Wildcard saying certification's taking longer. They want the actual reason behind it. I think that's what it is, but as soon as Wildcard says certification's taking longer, people automatically take that as them blaming Sony and Microsoft, which I don't think is the case, to be honest. At least that's the way I see it. But I do understand the frustration behind it and why people might automatically assume that they're blaming the companies and not having accountability themselves, because frustration does make you think along those lines. But that's why I'd love to know how they do certification. How early do they actually send it? Because I don't think it's sent that far in advance, and probably not far enough. I wish the Basilo had the speed of the Helicopterian, because since I've been using the Helicopterian, the Basilo feels really, really slow now. It's the same thing when I started using the Gigantoraptor, and then I went back to the Therizino. The Therizino ever since has felt way slower than it used to be. I kind of get spoilt by the newer, faster creatures. Oh, that's my one. That's my one that I left, I left on, aggressive. Oh, he's only got one. I mean, he's not rendered most of the time, so, he's not doing anything most of the time. He'll be out of render. But yeah, I left him on aggressive in the ocean. ride an Archelon, it would make the Basilo seem fast. I haven't played with the Archelon since it came out, to be honest. But I do remember they are pretty fast. But yeah, I always end up using a new creature that's a lot faster and then going back to my favourite ones, and they always end up feeling slower. Definitely with the Basilo and the Therizino, it's like it now feels painfully slow. But I do love the Helicoprion. I do love the Helicoprion. The only thing it doesn't really have compared to the Basilo is the dismount protection. And the meaty health as well. Same thing you felt using Surfactinus, thinking Basilo was a little slower. I hate the Surfactinus. It's become one of the creatures in the ocean that I hate in the wild. It's fine when I'm on a Helicoprion because the Helicoprion is just slightly faster than a Surfactinus, so you can actually swim away from it. The Basilo, you literally need to stop moving and fight them. I don't think leads give much XP unless it's an alpha, and I still don't think alpha gives much. Probably because the alpha is always a level 1. But we'll see. What's going on? Why did we stop? Your favourite aquatic is a mod, which is the Glaucus. Oh, that was fast. I don't think I'm familiar with the Glaucus. What sort of sea creature is it? I should really use more creature mods, to be honest. When I say more, some. I don't use any. But I should really look more at using them. Now that is lovely. But I've gone too far. Holy moly! How did I travel that far? But I do love that red obelisk. My base is all the way back here. It's a dragon of salt based on a real animal, which is the Glaucus sea slug.
Not the mama.
Nice.
Not the mama. Not the mama.
Thanks for the follow, Ianwald. That's a long name. Thanks for the follow over on Twitch. Hope you're doing all right today. It's fast and good getting biotoxin. More than the Bazzy, because like, where's the biotoxin here? 64. I got that from the alpha. Always find the Basilo good for biotoxin. Oh no, I wouldn't have got that from the Alpha Moser, would I? I would have got it from the jellyfish thingies. Hey Nano S, how you doing today? Is it morning for you? It's afternoon here, 5 o'clock. Helicopterian trade health for little more speed and the ability to apply torpor. Yes, the torpor is really, really useful. Because it makes taming water creatures so much easier. You don't need ammo and all that stuff. I tamed a Moser. No, I tamed a Dunkel. A 130 Dunkel with my Helicopterian, and it was so easy. No ammo, no nothing. Then I took my new 130 Dunky in a cryopod into the cave and lost it because I forgot it was in my inventory. So yeah, can't help stupid. Is that my one again? Yep. Cold this evening in the UK, and how's the stream going? It's I've not actually been out today. It's been sunny here, where like I'm sort of just outside of London way in the UK. It's been sunny all day, but I don't know if it's been cold outside or not. But yeah, the stream's going all right. We're just not doing a massive amount, just chilling. I don't really want to get into anything big before Valguero comes out this week. Oh, my camera's flickering on and off. When will we see the new Val video? Well, Valguero's out on Tuesday. Probably Tuesday evening US, unless there's any pushbacks, which, you know, good chance that there will be. So it will probably be out on Wednesday in the UK. So I will be streaming Wednesday night, hopefully, on Valguero. I'm not sure video-wise. If I'm busy streaming, I probably won't do any videos. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see how the launch goes first. What's your favourite DLC map? Like the original 3? Well, on Ark Survival Evolved, my favourite was Aberration. I loved that map. And I used to love using the Megalo on it until they added the Pounce to the Raptor. Which they took away in Ascended. But it's not my favourite in Ascended. Just because I don't like the colour, the lighting and stuff. And I kind of feel the map has changed the way it looks quite a lot from how it was in Evolved. And I was a bit disappointed. I think I was really looking forward to the remaster. Right. Let's dump these black pearls. Got quite a few black pearls today. I think that must be 200 that I've farmed today. Oh. What? Why can't I move? Oh. Have you found the ASA to be more buggy and glitchy than ASE? No, I mean, I haven't played ASE since, Oh, you've been following me in the water the whole time. Silly doggo. What I have found is that a lot of bugs in ASE that were eventually fixed in ASE were introduced in Ark Ascended and then had to be fixed again, which is rather silly. But I wouldn't say that I've noticed it having more issues than ASE. It's all pretty similar, I think. Right, so I'm going to fly over to get this Alpha Tuzo. On, here we go. Rag for You has been very laggy on ASA. I haven't played Ragnarok as much as I thought I was going to. Oh, that's nice. Nice sunrise? Yeah, sunrise. And we got half moon. Take a screenshot of that. It's all lovely. Fear Ascended mod broken. You know when it will be fixed. Zombies don't spawn in with Dodo Wyvern. I had heard that Fear Ascended was broken, which doesn't surprise me because the mod wouldn't have been updated since last October, and there's been tons of Ark updates that would have easily broken something in it. So it won't be fixed until they, or likely won't be fixed until they update the mod. For the Fear Ascended event this month, which will be later towards the end of the month. They'll probably bring out an update for it, so hopefully that will fix it. Hello there, you cry. Thank you for the follow over on TikTok. They haven't said when they're doing the Fear Ascended event yet, but it is definitely happening. They haven't done a mod. They haven't done a dev kit update for ages. I've actually missed the dev kit updates because I usually find stuff in the dev kit of interest. And I do remember last year I found stuff related to Fear Ascended in the dev kit, and I was able to do a video showing off some of the stuff that I'd found, particularly like skins and stuff. But they haven't done a dev kit update for ages. It's a bit disappointing because I usually find some juicy stuff for my videos. Oh, so you've not played Fear Ascended, like you didn't play in like Evolved or anything, Fear Evolved. It's my favourite. It's my favourite event by far. Do I use mods? Yes, only 3. Hang on. Let me see where I'm going. Going this way. I'm only using 3 mods. So I'm using the Dino Finder, which is so that on the screen that you can see at the moment where the Alpha Tuso is. So I use the Dino Finder, which I don't use a lot. I just use in certain circumstances. What else do I use? Oh Christ. I use the Ark Smart Breeding gun, export gun, and AA, which I forgot my doggo's following me. AA, which is the automatic arc or automated arc, something like that. And I use the Astrios skins, the cosmetic skins. Right, you got to stay. Stay. So what I'm going to do... Oh, there's a red drop. A red ring drop. A ringed red drop. I might wait for that. It might be a good time to just have a quick visit to the gents. I'll be back in a sec. Right. What's the betting that this ringed red drop is going to be poo? Bet it's going to be poo. Oh, what's in the way? Oh, carbon emis. You see, it's pretty much poo. That is poo. Majorly disappointing. Not worth it, no. And the the pump action shotgun was just a primitive. So yeah. Let's just stick all that in you. And then let's go for a little swim. Thank you for the gifts over on TikTok. Let's see. Where's my Bazzy? I need to get out a bit more here. This should be okay. Alright. You have some fond memories of ASC. You have almost 5,000 hours. I got to 9,000 by the time Ascended came out. 9,000. Didn't quite make it to the 10k. I think I'm on about 1,300 on Ascended. And part of that is because I've been streaming now. So, I've been playing more because I've been streaming. But yeah, I think I'm about 1,300 at the moment. I've not... Primal Fear, I've not played Primal Fear. But I hear a lot of good stuff about it. It is one that I would like to try at some point. Oh man, I've got no food on me. I should have got my doggo to fill me up. Never mind. We should be able to do this and get back in time, I think. And I'll be able to get some raw meat. The damage it will do on my health will be negligible anyway. Here we go. Alpha Tuso, along with a couple of Plezzies. If I can get the Plezzies out of the way first. I'm not even hitting him. Christ. You're doing metal runs at the moment. What are you using that in the water? Oh yeah, the health damage is negligible. It does enough to bring my food up. That's fine. Is that... Do basilos not get damaged by deep water anymore? Did they change that? Because basilos always used to get damaged when you went too deep in the ocean. Oh, you're on extinction with Anki and Argy. Nice. I haven't done a lot on extinction because of the issues of the because I don't have a tech transmitter yet. I still need to do the dragon boss. It's the only boss that I haven't done on the island to get the tech transmitter unlocked. So the terminals all keep disappearing on extinction. So it like takes forever to find a terminal so I can get off the map. So it kind of put me off going over there until I get a tech transmitter. I'm surprised this dude hasn't done his ink thing yet and try to swim away. And as I say that, it tries to, yeah. Well, that was a failed ink. Oh no. Stop swimming away. Stop trying to ink me. Why am I not moving? Ah. Awesome teleporters work as a transmitter. I take it that's a mod. There we go. $82,000. Do you get tentacles? Oh no, you get, oh yeah, you get 24 tentacles and you get the eye as well. Here we go. It still takes damage if you go too deep. All right, it just seems you can go further than it used to. Maybe they changed that. I'm not sure. But at least they used to make a noise. Maybe that's changed. Right, so I got about 18,000 XP left to complete that mission. But there's no more have spawned. They're all in that cave. And there's no alpha leads either. Where's the Alpha Rex? 130 Alpha Rex. Christ. I don't think so. Oh. Ark Ascended news. Hello, welcome. Don't think I've seen you on TikTok before. Hope you're doing well, mate. Where am I going? Right, that direction. Is anything boosted or is this a one-time playthrough? No, it's all boosted. XP isn't that much boosted. I think I set XP to like 2 times. I don't think it's any more than that. I can't remember what harvesting is. Taming is set to 5 times. And then breeding is quite high. Because I don't really want to waste time. It's gonna fill me up too much. Yeah, I don't want to waste too much time with breeding. There better not be any seagulls around here. There's one. Death to all the seagulls. The water, the grass is always insanely high on the official maps. That's what I'm interested to see with Valguero, because obviously Nakatus is working on it, and I know Nakatus doesn't like the long grass, so hopefully the grass is going to be short on Valguero. Come on, stop lazing about! Bloody hell! Official is 2 times at the moment. Official is 2 times. Yeah. What's the land button? Delete, I think. Why are you flying over there? Christ's sake. It's like literally just land. And then gotta go get my doggo. Oh. There we go. Come on, doggo. Race you back home. Yes, you can turn it off or change the length of the grass. I do sometimes change it on my server. Sometimes I drop it down to 0.5. Not all the time. What's... Why have I got music? Bloody flying thingies. Where are they? Oh. I thought there was flying things coming after me. Oh, no, Therazino. I think I might leave Might leave that drop. Too much going on. No! Oh my god, I pressed E. I pressed E. Thankfully, you don't fall off the Rhinognatha. The devs definitely don't respect people's time with their crazy sit around and wait mechanics. Yeah. When Evolved originally came out, before they increased rates officially, it was even more insane. I don't know if they've increased breeding rates since Evolve came out. I don't think they have, actually. I think when they've increased the base rates permanently, I think that's generally been XP, taming, and harvesting. I don't think breeding has increased, if I recall correctly. So yeah, 18,000 left, but there's no more spawning. I might end up doing a dino wipe soon. Force them to spawn. Because the other missions I had. So you're not going to be able to see these on TikTok because they'll get cut off. But the other missions I have, complete 5 orbital supply drops or element veins, so I can't do that on the island, and kill corrupted creatures. And then on the other one, it ends with kill 3 wyverns, so obviously I can't do that on the island. So just doing stuff on the island has meant that I'm left with just this one. And it's taken quite a while. 100,000 mounted XP in the water has taken quite a while. I'm going down the wrong way. You did that by accident on a rock drake while high up at the blue zone. Yeah, I've done it a few times. I've pressed E a few times recently whilst on a flyer, and that's because you now have the function of holding down R to toggle auto run, or auto fly as it should be. Whereas before, I wouldn't have a reason to be pressing R when I'm flying. So it's kind of created a situation where I'm more likely to press E again now. Hey Natan Batista, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. We've just been hunting some alphas in the water. Right, let's take all that, all the pooey loot from the red ring drop was pretty disappointing. Let's see. It's my ammo. Yeah. We'll definitely have to do a what do you call it? A dino wipe. Where's my doggo? Sit. So my Therazinos 393. My Therazinos now hatch with 713.8 melee. That's 100 points in melee now. So that's I want to get to about 1,000. I've still got a while to go, but progressing nicely. With health, because I'm doing this for my boss Therazinos, I'm no longer mutating the health because they hatch with 18,444. But when you imprint them to 100%, they have 22,000 health. And for the dragon, you don't really need it higher than that when you're using cakes and stuff. Because I think the fire does more damage, the percentage damage from the fire does more damage the higher your health. So I'm keeping the health at that amount, but the melee I'm pushing up still. And I'm trying to get a new color set as well, which includes all black. So I'm hoping, or actual black. I'm hoping to get actual black in the Fear Ascended event later this month. Been over a year since traits got added, but I've just now started to appreciate them more. Doing food mutations with creatures because I get fatty traits. So, you know, to be honest, I always forget about traits. Because you don't get traits on bred creatures, do you? You only get them from ones that you tame. But you can take them out of those ones and put them into the bred ones. But I always forget about traits, to be honest. And doing this with the Therazinos, I haven't even paid attention. I can't remember how it works. Hang on. How does it work? Wait. My Theras... Oh yeah, they've not got any left. So I'd need to tame Therazinos. Tame some new ones to get some. But I haven't actually got them in any of my boss ones. Maybe I should look to do that for the dragon fight, to be honest. I'm not sure which ones I'd use. You've never used the autopilot on your dino? I use it mostly for flyers and swimmers. If I'm going quite far where I'm just going to a destination and not doing anything in between, it's definitely useful for flyers and swimmers. I sometimes use it for the Therazino as well. When I'm on land, it's actually quite useful for that because the Therazino stamina goes down really slowly. So you can literally leave it on auto run like forever, and it would hardly run out of stam. So I do use it a lot. Hands-free flying, definitely a useful thing in my mind. Just got to make sure not to press that E button instead of the R, which is my mistake. Getting a bit dark now. Is it 5:45? I do still have one in here. I think I wanted it for the colour. The 192. I might get that out actually. Because I know the longer I leave it in there, the more chance I'm going to accidentally get rid of it.
Back to battling, I suppose.
Not sure what the colour was. Let's just call it dark blue for now. I'll have to look up the actual colour. Kingslayer is a good trait to have for boss fights. It does extra damage to the boss. Why are you over there? My God. A dumb Theris. Bet he's gonna move. No? Half the time when I whistle stop, they stop and then wander. And I'm pretty sure that's a new issue that they've added very recently. So yeah, I would need to look for some Kingslayer traits, which will mean I would need to go and tame a load of Therazinos. But the good thing about that is, if you find like Kingslayer trait in a level 5 creature, you can just tame the level 5, take the trait and get rid of the tame. That's what I find really, really good. You don't have to go for the high level ones. But yeah, I always forget about traits. Always forget about traits. But I'm still working towards these two. So all I need now is 15 skill points for spectral mount. I've only got 5, so I need 10 more. So what's that? That's 4 more. That's 4 more columns of missions that I need to complete, because you get 3 each time. So I need to do 4, which is 12 more different missions that I need to do before I can get that, and then go this route. But I kind of want Spirit Rush for when I do the Aberration boss. Because I always do that one on foot. But that's a while off, because I haven't done the dragon yet. You can't really see the dark blue too much. It's got a silver back. It's quite nice actually. Usually just check creatures that you might use in the future when you're flying around. Got a good ton of traits ready for future breeding. I think I got some Kingslayer ones somewhere, but they ended up being on something silly. Like half of these, I can't remember what they actually do. No, it wasn't any of those. This is a private PvE server. Not PvP. Doesn't matter, you can respec at any time. Yeah, of course, because you can respec this with the broth, can't you? The only thing I don't like about respecing is that it resets everything. So your stats, your engrams, now this skills tree. That's the one thing that I find frustrating about it, is that it does everything. So if you only wanted to respec it to change your stats, then you've got to reapply all of this and all the engrams and stuff. I keep forgetting about my snail. It should be fine. 1800. I might stick a couple of cakes in, because I know I will forget. And I'll probably go to Valguero and completely forget. There we go. What have I got element-wise? I think I'm getting low on that as well. 22? Yeah. I need to top that up at some point.
Everything in its place.
How did my stuff get damaged? I don't remember getting attacked by anything. $57. I can't remember what these ones are. Cream. Oh yeah, that one was cream for the back. It's not a particularly impressive colour, but I'll take it. And this one is a female 391. Is that a female version of this? That is. So this must be the 393. Right. Just move her out of the way. You can stack Kingslayer up to 3 times, and there's 3 different tiers. Respecting is no big deal once in a blue moon, in my opinion. Yeah, I guess so. I forgot you could stack. You could stack traits. I completely forgot all about traits, to be honest. I don't think that Dino Finder shows traits, does it? Oh, it does. It does show traits. So if I was to put in a Theris 91. So do the babies. So the babies have them as well. Oh, that's their Allosaurus. Yes, the babies have them as well. So you could just kill the parent, or you could tame the parent. Do the babies have the same one as the parent has? What's that? I thought that said urinal. You see, that one has none. Oh, they're alpha megalodons. I forgot. Hang on. Cliff Finder. There we go. Yes, it does. So it has the same one as a parent. So if you find a parent with Kingslayer and a baby or 2, you could get Kingslayer. You could get several Kingslayer traits. The vampiric one is a good one as well, isn't it? You think it's different? I guess I guess I'll find out when I find some in the wild. I don't often find Therizino babies in the wild, but I'm pretty sure they do have babies, but it's not one that I often see. Vampiric, you can't stack, can you? Or you can't stack as much. You can't stack 3 times. I think it's I think it's only the once you can have that one, if I remember correctly. Oh, there's giant slaying. Is giant slaying useful for bosses, or is it just the Kingslayer one? See, there's no Kingslayer ones out of this, but there's 91 on the map. So it's not showing all of them. Randomized. You were answering a previous question. Oh, right. Okay. Hey, ASD. How you doing? Welcome back to my streams. I took a little bit of a break because I was feeling unwell for a week and a bit, but I'm all good now. Ready for Valguero later in the week. You love the vampiric trait. Yeah, I think it's Kingslayer and vampiric that I've liked the most, to be honest. I mean, it does depend on what creatures you're breeding and what purpose. But yeah, if I was just going for level 5s, the easy ones. Not yeah, not finding any Kingslayer. But yeah, I might do that actually. I might try and find Kingslayer ones for my boss team. That might be quite good actually. But it would take a long time. Like if I wanted an entire boss team with them all, that would take a long time. But I might slowly do that over time. Depends how busy I'm going to be on Valguero, to be honest. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on the map for. Depends on what the map's like and whether it keeps me interested enough. Not many of the Ascended maps have kept me interested enough to keep me over there, to be honest. But we'll have to see with Valguero. The one thing that does have it going for it is the fact that I don't really remember what the map was like on Evolved, because I didn't really play it that much. So it's going to be kind of like a new map, I guess. Am I hunting the genes? I'm not hunting the genes at the moment. We were just talking about the genes because it's something that I constantly forget even exists in the game. And it's I haven't got any of them on my boss team and stuff, so I was just looking to see whether there's any Kingslayer out there for Therazinos, but there wasn't any at first glance. You have it in a rock drake and go with full life to go steal eggs on aberration and comes with a full life back. Is that the vampiric trait you have in the rock drake? Yeah, nice. Extinction and Astrios Rag kept you interested. Aberration is kind of in the mid for me. Yeah, Aberration didn't really keep my interest, which is a shame. I do need to go back over there because I'm going to need to do Rockwell at some point. So I'm going to have to go over there and get the artifacts and all that stuff. So I'm still going to need to go back there and do that. And I'm going to need to go back to Scorched Earth to do the boss as well, because you get 15 levels from that. So I will need to go back to some of those maps. But I'm not in any particular rush. to be honest. You're so excited to play with Deinonychus again. Yeah, I'm glad they're returning. Yeah, definitely gonna have to steal some of those eggs. It will show more if you edit the menu under the second button on top. You learned that last week. Hang on. If you edit the menu under the second button. This button, what's this one? Oh, this is the traits. Hang on. Kingslaying. Yeah, you see, this is what I've forgotten as well, because there's different tiers, isn't there? So does that search for Therizino? Right. So why is this saying this creature has... So why is it saying 237, 62 and 8? Is that creatures, but there's no Therizinos? Oh. There's one. So literally one Therizino on the map with a Kingslaying 1. King Titan gives 15. Yeah. I need to do... I mean, I'll still need to do the Overseer as well once I've done the Alpha Dragon. So there's still lots to do. Yeah, I mean, if you do min level 5 to max level 150... Oh, I've got it filtered to this now. So there's only one Therizino on the map with Kingslayer. But if you do this, it only shows a certain number, not 91. And this is showing all babies, juvies, adolescents, and adults. So it doesn't show all 91 on the map. But I don't think there's a way you can show all of them. Because that's male, female. This is the babies and adults, and then this is the range. But yeah, this makes it easier. One there. And then if I wanted vampiric, there's three vampirics. Yeah, I completely forgot about all this. This counts towards every creature in the game. Yeah, I think it does. It would be quite good if the number updated based on what creature you had selected here, but yeah, no, it's fine. Right. 10 past 6. I'm gonna have to finish in a moment. Lonely Triceratops looking for humble Tricerabottom. Why do I have these over here? think I'm meant to be getting rid of these. Yeah, I think so. I think I've left them there because I need to double check to make sure I don't kill off something that I wanted to keep. You think Megaraptor would either be decent or be amazing creature? Yeah, I honestly don't know how good it's going to be. I'm interested to see what it can do. It's a creature that performs better when it's on its own. So it might still be good for boss fights and stuff, but it performs stronger on its own when it's not around any creatures, not just other Megaraptors, but any creature at all. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it works, because it says that it loses its edge when other creatures are around it. So I don't know how far a distance that sort of that range is going to be. But does that also include wild creatures? So if you're up against a whole load of wild creatures and you're fighting all of them with the one Megalo, will it perform less? Or is it only tamed creatures that are around it? That's what I'm not quite sure about. Because you could end up in a fight with lots of other creatures and it doesn't perform well on its own because there's other creatures around it. So I'm not quite sure about that at the moment. We'll have to see when it comes out. Right, well, yeah, I think I'm going to have to end it there. Yeah, as it's coming up to 6:15. So I might not be streaming again until Valguero comes out. So Valguero is meant to release on Tuesday, and even if it releases around the time it's meant to, that's going to be Tuesday in the evening for the US. So it would probably be without any major pushbacks. It will probably be early hours Wednesday morning for the UK. So I might stream Tuesday, but it wouldn't be Valguero. So I'm looking to stream Valguero about probably Wednesday evening, I think. And as I say, I will be jumping over there with this character, but not with any armor, no weapons, no creatures or anything. I'm going to do it like official servers where you just travel with your naked survivor. And see how it goes. So how much of the map I get to see, I don't know yet. I might not even be able to tame like the Megaraptor, because I'll have nothing with me, and I'll only be able to stream for a few hours Wednesday evening. But it will still be good to go over there and see the map and see what happens. Before stream ends, anyone want to bet where Megaraptor would spawn at? Well, I can't remember what the biomes were like on Valguero, but I would say any of the wooded areas. I don't know if it's going to spawn in the redwoods. It might spawn in the redwoods, to be honest. It looked like it was in a wooded area in the official concept art, or the official concept art, or screenshot, whatever it was. But I don't think it had redwood trees in that image. So it might just be regular wooded areas. But I got a feeling it might spawn in redwoods. You think it will spawn in redwoods? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. I'm pretty sure it will. But I don't think there's going to be many on the map. I think it's going to be a rare spawn. Because they are pretty large. And if they only really spawn in the redwoods, I wouldn't expect to see too many spawning in there, to be honest. So yeah, I think it's going to be a rare spawn. I suspect it will be more like Allosaurus, but not spawning in threes. And probably more sort of restricted to redwoods and maybe some wooded areas. So yeah, we'll see. Would they have babies? Not sure. Not sure. I don't know. I don't think the Deinonychus will have wild babies because it kind of takes away from the egg. From the egg stealing in some way. But yeah, so I've got to end it there. So I will see you, definitely see you Wednesday as long as Valguero is out. And maybe on Tuesday, depends how the day at work goes and stuff. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I know it's been a while since I last streamed, but I'm over my cold now, so feeling much better. So thanks for stopping by and having a chat and stuff. And I will see you next time. All right, thanks guys.